Hey guys, so today I'm going to have a chat to you about what is the money person and how many money people should you have in your business, what are the different roles for finance people, and what kind of finance people actually move the needle with helping to grow your business. So I'm going to have a chat about that. I'm going to go for a walk and we're going to talk all about what kind of finance people you need in your business to help get you to the next level. So in reality, there's actually 4 different roles or finance people that you need to help you grow your business. The first one is what everyone needs when they first start a business is an accountant. Now, an important thing to understand about an accountant is an accountant's focus is purely on compliance. Now, don't get me wrong, they have other fantastic skills. They do provide a number of insights into business and how you can run your business, and they are good with numbers, and so they are super helpful. But we have to remember, an accountant's primary role, especially a tax accountant, is around compliance. So the advice that they're going to be giving you is primarily around how you can stay compliant with the government, with the regulations, with the tax law. Their focus is really making sure that you're doing the right things at the right times and making sure you pay what the government is due when it comes due. So at the end of the day, their structures, their advice is very much going to be about making sure that you're compliant. And because of that, they do tend to be a little more on the conservative side in regards to the advice that they give. Their advice is fantastic, their advice is great, and that is generally the first person that you're going to engage with. But it's important to understand that the role that they're playing is that of a compliance expert and helping you maintain and remain compliant with the ATO or the tax office or whichever. Okay, so the second finance person that you need in your world is a bookkeeper. Now, the purpose of a bookkeeper is all about data integrity or data accuracy. Their job is to, on a daily basis or weekly basis, whichever it is to make sure that your bank account's reconciled and make sure that the data in your whatever accounting package you use, whether that be Xero or MyOb or whatever else, the purpose of it is to make sure that it's correct, that it's accurate, that it's put in the right accounts, that it's put in the right places, that is up to date, and making sure that at the end of the day, when you look at a report, the data is correct, that it's not missing anything, you're not missing any transactions, you're not missing out on information that should be there to help you make decisions. Now, the important thing to understand about a bookkeeper is that because they're not future thinking, they're thinking mostly about today. How do I reconcile these transactions today into the bookkeeping software? Their focus is not future. So they don't tend to be super strategic, but they provide you the information that you need when you need it. But they're not necessarily providing any insight into it or creating a structure to help you grow. Whew, walking and talking is not what I expected it would be. Anyway, so the third area, the third finance person that you want in your corner is what we call a CFO. Now, depending on the size of your business, you can have a virtual CFO or also known as a fractional CFO. And this person's primary role is to help you think strategically about your finances. Now, while the accountant is focusing on compliance, the bookkeeper is helping you ensure that the data is accurate. The CFO is the one who's going to look at those reports that are produced from the bookkeeper and looking at your accounting system, and they're going to provide insights and strategy to help you grow your business. They're going to be looking at profit margins, they're going to be looking at your different products, they're going to be looking at your cash flow. They're going to be looking at, okay, well, what are you wanting to achieve? What are you wanting to buy? What capex are you wanting to invest into? What other opportunities are coming up ahead? And making sure that you have a strategic plan to then execute on that from a financial perspective. So CFO is very forward looking and helping you plan ahead to ensure that you have the right finances to support all of the projects and activities and opportunities that you want to step out and take advantage of. Okay, Number 4, the last person or the last finance person or money person you should have in your corner, that's a nice view, that you should have in your corner is a private wealth advisor. These can take many different forms. Financial planners is one example. Private wealth advisors tend to work with people with a little bit more wealth, maybe with a little bit more assets behind them. But at the end of the day, the goal is the same. We want to figure out how to take the profits and the cash flow that your business is generating and making sure that those are going into their most productive places, whether that be investment properties, whether that be shares, whether that be superannuation, whether that be self-managed super funds. Whatever it is, we need to make sure that we have someone in our corner who's helping us really distribute our profits and our cash flow into the best place that's going to help us build our wealth. The challenge for many people is that they just keep reinvesting back into their business. And that does a couple of things. Now, as a CFO, what I find is that can create lazy investments where we're just investing for the sake of investing, or we excuse poor cash flow management and poor financial management and just say, oh, we're reinvesting into the business, when in reality, it's just not that good. So what I think we need to do is we maximize the profit margins, we maximize the cash flow, and then what we do is we pull that money out, and then we get to decide, do we want to reinvest back into the business because there's an opportunity that we want to really go after, or is there a more productive place for that cash flow and that profit to be able to be invested? Whether that is, like I said before, property, shares, super, whatever it is. And that's where a private wealth advisor can really help you get that strategy right and build long-term wealth for you and your family. Okay, so those are the 4 finance or money people you need in your world to help you grow your business. I really encourage you, each one is super important. They have different perspectives, they have different skill sets, and they have different responsibilities, but each one of them is really important. Now, you don't need to have them all working full-time for you. Each one can have its own relationship with you, whether that be a fractional CFO, or whether that be a part-time bookkeeper, or just an accountant that you work with once a quarter, once a year, whatever it is. So each time or each relationship is different, and that's okay, and that's a good thing. But I would encourage you, if you want to build serious and real wealth for you and for your family, those 4 perspectives are really important for you to help build your business. So hey, thanks for coming for a walk with me, and I'll have a chat to you in the next one. See ya.